Hey students, it will happen to you this year that your teachers will ask you to find great sources on a topic of your choice or maybe one that you're assigned. And I'm here to tell you how to go beyond Google and use some awesome resources that the Library Media Center are offering. So let's look at the online databases. A database is a collection of articles or documents, sometimes media, video clips, and primary sources. And none of it can you find for free on the internet. It's all paid for by the library. So let's look. Start at the school homepage. Under the Academics tab, choose Library. From the Library navigation menu, we're going to scroll down till we see Databases. Another way to access the databases are through LibGuides. These are specialized research suggestions from the library. So if you have a specific project for a specific class, a LibGuide is a great place to get started on it, but you can also get to all the databases this way. So let's click on the database page. And the databases are arranged by subject. So we have a few that are great for everything: current events, history, magazines, science, geography, ebooks. Oh, Salem Press is a huge favorite of mine. Make sure you look at that sometime. So I'm going to use one database as an example and kind of talk you through how to get there and what are some of the features that many databases have. So we'll choose Student Resources in Context. This is one of those databases that's great for all subjects, plus it has some really helpful features. So because we're not in the school building, the database needs us to say, hey, we go to a school that has paid for access. So you'll see this login. This login wants your Power School login. The same username and password that gets you on Power School is what you need here. So it's your first name dot last name, and then whatever password that you use to get on Power School. Okay. When you log in, it will start a session. So it's going to recognize you as a student, and then all the databases for that amount of time that you're researching will let you in. So you don't have to do this every single one. But if I ended today and I researched again tomorrow, I'd have to log in again tomorrow. So here is Student Resources in Context, and they have a featured topic, and then there's all these topics down here you can browse. So under social issues, they have something on fake news. They only give you 3, but really they have 140. Or, of course, you can search for something that you want. I'm going to pick one of these topics of interest. So we'll use fake news as an example. So the first thing you see is this overview. This is a great way to learn about your topic, kind of like reading the Wikipedia article, but you can't use it as a source in the same way like the Wikipedia article. It's just a good way to kind of figure out what you're going to read. If you keep scrolling down, then you'll see all of the sources. So there's 3 featured articles, reference, audio, essays, biographies, magazines, websites, all these things. Each one of these can be a separate source. So I'm going to click on one of them, and we'll see some of the features and ways that this database makes it easy for you to use their sources. So once you're in one of the documents, you have some great tools. You can translate it. You can change the font. You can even read it out loud to you. You can save it to your drive. You can email it to yourself or a teacher. You can download it. Okay. Up top, you can also cite it. So one of the great things that our school recommends you use is called Noodle Tools. You'll get a whole screencast video about that. But Noodle Tools is a way to organize your research. And a cool thing from the databases is that they link up with Noodle Tools. So if you find an article, you're like, oh, this is going to be great. I'll use this for my research. When you click on Cite, it's going to offer you the chance right here, export it to Noodle Tools. So it's going to take all of those commas and periods and italics and all kind of the fussy parts of MLA 8th edition, and it's going to put it into Noodle Tools for you. Even easier than using EasyBib, which you think is easy, but wrong sometimes. This way is easy also and correct. So you can also, as you're reading, if you find something that you're like, oh, this is a really important thing, you can highlight it and then add some notes, and it will save the notes for you so that you can go back and look at it later. So a lot of different features here. So that's a database. So remember that when you're not in school at the moment, you're going to have to log in, and it's your Power School login. I encourage you to look at all these different databases and try them. Many of them are so worth your time. And again, I'll say, this information is not available on Google. So don't think that you can just kind of wing it yourself. Like, we're ready to go beyond Google and get some great sources.